Hello everyone, welcome to your FPL station with your boy Cine. How you guys doing? How's your week been? Game week 1 has been so eventful, so interesting. I know it's been interesting for you. How many points have you made? I've made over say 86 to 89 points, fair enough, not too bad. And I'm really excited about this and I'm going to share with you everything I've learned from this. Stay with me till the end of the video because I've said 5 lessons learned, but there are 3 more bonus lessons at the end of the video. So stay with me. Let's roll. Okay, guys. So 5 lessons learned, right? These lessons are not just learned from this one game. This one game is just what we are using to project into the other game weeks. And I'm telling you, these lessons are learned from last season. And this is just where we're going to start. We have to start early to actually make it in FPL. So let's do this. Number one, avoid the 5-3-2 formation. I started with the 5-3-2 formation. And my reason for starting with the 5-3-2 formation was that I had issues with picking my midfield. I had issues with picking mid-priced midfielders that would actually do the job for me. I wasn't too certain of which midfielders to go for with all the new midfielders in Aston Villa and not the uncertainty of some players playing like Jota. Was Jota going to start? Was he not going to start? How would Son do without Kane playing? All of that was a bit of a headache for me. So I just chose to go with the best defenders. Let's break it down. Man United had a really good game. They won Leeds United 5-1. I had Luke Shaw in my team, and I'm sure a lot of people had Luke Shaw. Maybe you did, because over 50% of FPL managers had Luke Shaw in their team. And what happened? Leeds United scored a goal, and that destroyed the whole defensive numbers for Luke Shaw. Then to cap it up, Luke Shaw had a yellow card, and that gave him 1 point. And now, if you had, for example, Ben Rama instead of a Luke Shaw in your midfield, Ben Rama is racking 12 points as we speak. 10 points with 2 points bonus, 2 bonus points, and that's 12 points. So you see the trade-off between having a really good defender at 5.5 and a midfielder at 6 points, just 0.5 higher than Luke Shaw. 5-3-2, don't do it. I would advise, go for a 4-4-2. The best formation to me is 3-3-5-2 or 4-3-3. Sorry, those are the formations I would advise you go for: 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 3-5-2. But 5-3-2 is very dangerous. If your defenders just get a goal against them, everything is wiped off. Now the next point is eye test. Eye test is key. Now why I say eye test is key, like I was fortunate to see more than 90%, let's say 90% of the games played at the time that were played this weekend. And I could see for myself the different players I would look to bring into my team, or different players I'm going to add to my watch list. So eye test is very key, because there could be so much stats about a certain player, but in the game you see the player's form, you see how the player contributes to his team, you see how the managers play their formations and how the players react to the manager's instructions. And you can actually pinpoint players that you could look to bring in your team, or look as potential, bangers, or potential FPL, gurus or superstars. So it's very important. If you can't watch most of the games, because it's not you, we're busy, man. We work. We like not everyone's got time to watch Aston Villa play West Ham. But if you can't, you need to watch the highlights, watch match of the day, you know, get in contact with people that actually watch the games, people that actually do that for a living. Like on Twitter, you see a lot of accounts that actually talk about stats and actually talk about how players perform in each game. So you just hook yourself up to that and get information for yourself, right? Plan transfers ahead. It's very important. Like I have planned my transfers for 2 games. Like right now, I have a plan to bring in two new players in game week 3. So there are unforeseen things that happen, like rotation, like player gets injured. When those things happen, there's nothing you can do about it. But it does not take away the fact that it's best you plan ahead. You don't set your team for one game week. Next thing I'll say, don't overthink your decisions. With a lot of content creators, with a lot of information we can get off Twitter, of YouTube, there's so much information we can actually get on the best players to choose the best players, best defenders, the best midfielders, the best cheap midfielders, the best cheap strikers, and all of that. There's a lot of information. When you get that all those information, you need to sit down and actually take your decision. You have to have facts to back your decision. Once you have those facts and the reasons for your decision, take them and just leave it. So the fifth point, which is not really a point, it's just a punt. Bruno Fernandes is not Fernandes. He scored a hat trick, no penalties involved. Do not sit on Bruno Fernandes. Do not take him for granted. He is a good midfielder, and if you feel that VAR has been tightened up and he's not going to get penalties, he's still going to contribute to the games. He's still going to contribute to Man United's goal scoring. If he's not the one scoring, he's assisting. If he's not assisting, he's scoring. So do not sleep on Bruno Fernandes. I repeat, do not sleep on Bruno Fernandes. So here it is. Be flexible. So I made a couple of decisions. Like I said from the start of the video, I did a 5-3-2 formation. And right now I know that didn't work out, and I'm going to make a change straight away. Do not be the type of person that would want to stick to what they've decided and it must work. No, it doesn't have to. If it doesn't work, take action straight away. Take a calculated action. I'll say take calculated action. Actually think, why am I taking this thing? Why am I doing this? And do it. Do not rush into taking the decision. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth was that I started with a 5-3-2. My plan was later on in the season ease into a 3-5-2 or a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2. That was my plan. Once I get to know which midfielders to bring into and and the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that action a bit quicker than I thought I was going to do it, and that's towards game week 3 or so. I'm actually going to use a 4-4-2 for game week 2. For game week 3, I'm looking to use a 5 or 4-3-3. So let's see how that goes. So the next thing I'm going to say is use proven players as captain. If I did not take Salah as my captain, I would not have hit what I've hit now. I'm on 86 points, and when the bonus points are added, I'll be about 89 points. And that is because I used Salah as my captain. I would have gone for 20 or gone for just differentials or something, and I would have been nowhere near where I am, even with my team not doing as good. Another thing that made me do well was I had Fernandez in my team. Okay, also, do not be reactionary. What do I mean by this? Now everything has happened this way. Like, for example, I had Ben Rama on the bench, and I'm so upset that I had him on the bench instead of starting off, Ben Rama, or put Ben Rama in my team instead of Mares. So now I get upset and now take Mares out of my team and maybe get Son because Son scored a goal against Man City. That would be reactionary. Why would I not do that? Because I brought Mares for the Norwich game. So I bought Mares for game week 2. After game week 2, my plan is to take Mares out, and that is exactly what I'll do. Not saying I'm not flexible, but I'm not reactionary. I know why I brought Mares. If I had no reason to bring Mares, like for example, the 5-3-2 formation I used, I'm changing that. So I was trying out something, it didn't work, and I'm going to change it slowly. Mahrez was brought in for a reason. He's not performed. He's not performed today. Son has performed. I'm going to bring in Son at some point, but I didn't plan to bring in Son now, so I'm not upset and I'm not going to react like a crazy person. Those are the tips for you. And if you enjoyed this video, could you just subscribe? It really does help the YouTube algorithm. It helps people like-minded see what I'm doing, and I really appreciate. But before we go, let me just show you my team, okay?